Hi, everybody. It's Alicia, and welcome to this session of the Learning Tube. I am answering some questions, and the first question here that we're answering is, how did you find the change to working a job to online entrepreneurship? I found it exhilarating and exciting, but all of my life I was told that we had to get a good job, J-O-B, work in the government, get a good job with pension. And so I was on the path to becoming a PhD or getting my PhD so I could become a professor, only to find out that professors did not make the kind of money that my dreams and my goals and my aspirations were leading me down that path. So I gave up my PhD program and my dreams of being a professor, but I still love teaching, hence why you're here right now. I get the opportunity to teach by coming on and doing these webinars and stuff. So yeah, Ryan said you're still a teacher, you teach us. Right, yes. So a few of you are saying me. Ryan is saying friends and families always want you to take the safest path. How many of you say that that is so true? Give me a true in the comments if you agree with Ryan's comment right there. Friends and families always want you to take the safest path, and being an entrepreneur is definitely not what they would consider a safe path. So Mark says, me, all of my relatives keep trying to pull me back to my job because it's safe and the online stuff won't work. So there we have that word safe twice. So is that people think a job is safe. Now you tell me, with the pandemic that we're in right now, how many of you believe that a job is really safe? I mean, come on. You know, the people that are excelling right now that we all know, they're entrepreneurs, right? Or they're business owners. But how many of you know someone that's been laid off, let go, fired, job closed because of the pandemic? Give me a 5 in the comments to let me know that you do know someone who has had that happen to them, right? And because they are not their own boss, because they're not working their own business, right? They are let goable. Everybody says true, Ryan, right? Safe. Friends and family say that. Mark says, I'm sick of the safest path phrase. Thank you, Carol. But we know that safe and that safe path and a job is safe is a lie. Mark says, of the 6 companies I've worked for, only 3 exist today. I have more staying power than businesses. Wow, Mark, that should be a t-shirt. So Ryan says, you have to take control of your own destiny. That's right. Victoria said, I had a job and I was laid off. And this is what happens, right? And so those of us who have businesses, push our businesses forward, we can pivot faster and easier. And so, yeah, we went down a rabbit hole a little bit there, but thanks for all your feedback there. So the next question is, what challenges did you face? So when I started back in the year 2000, oh, I'm aging myself. Yes, I was 10 when I started. I'm just kidding. But when I started back in the year 2000, there were not a lot of people to learn from. There weren't webinars. There were only teleseminars. There weren't, so there weren't webinars, and then there weren't seminars, or there were 1 or 2, but I didn't know about them. So it was really teaching yourself trial and error and putting a lot of time in. Back then when we built web pages, we built them on Dreamweaver. Now we build them like this. Raina was building a page for me and a client today on GrooveFunnels. So it's so much easier to build pages. So I used to learn back then from a guy named Armin Morin. Does anybody, I know Ryan knows Armin. Does anybody here know Armin? So I used to listen to him on the phone, put it on speaker as he was teaching how to build a website over the phone and how to build your email list and all that kind of stuff. So we all face challenges when we start this journey as an entrepreneur. But I will say that 21 years ago, it was a learning challenge. Like, how do I learn how to do this? And I was addicted to learning. So I always wanted to be learning new things, just as all of you are addicted to learning. So, but I find that today it's so much easier to learn new things and so much easier to implement new things because of technology and how far we've come. Do you agree with that? I know some of you have been in this industry for a really long time and others are fairly new to it. But let me tell you something, technology and where it is today, you are lucky compared to us old people. Okay. So, Ryan, yeah, I know you know Armin. Marty knows Armin. Chris knows Armin as well as Twilight. Ryan says, Yuan Xia was my first online guru. Okay. Chris says, Armin was one of the first people in IM. Yep, that you started to learn from. Yeah, same for me. Same for me. Okay. So, let's see. The next question is, this is a good one. And I want those of you who've been in business for a while to answer this question as well. The question is, if you were starting out now, what would you do differently? So if you were starting out now, I'm going to add something to it. If you are starting out now with what you know from 21 years of experience, what would you do differently? I would say that I would focus on this phrase. Where's my sound machine? Here's the phrase. The is in the list. Let me do that one more time. The is in the list. The money is in the list. I would have definitely focused more on the money, right? I would definitely focus more, sorry, on the list because the money is in the list. And I didn't understand that back then. But when you have an email list and you can email them offers, get on my webinar, all this kind of stuff, you have more staying power, stability, and it's an asset. So remember that the money is in the list. Mark says, oh my gosh, in 2000, I taught myself to program on PDAs. I developed software for manufacturing businesses and started to market it. Tough, yes. Chris says, focus and start simple. Ryan says, outsource as soon as possible. Agree. Carrie said, the list. Oh my God, I learned this late. Yes, Carrie. But, you know, when you do learn it, you've got a whole lot of bookkeeping clients, right? But you can offer them different things now that you have them on your email list. You can offer them different type of services. I don't even know what they would need, but sit down and think about it for a second, because anybody that's coming to you for bookkeeping services, you know if they're entrepreneurs or if it's personal bookkeeping, but you know who the entrepreneurs are. So why not make them other offers, right? So who said that you just can just do their books and never make them other offers? Make them other offers. Invite them to your vision boarding class so that they can set their vision for the rest of the year, right? Send them a message on April 16th. Tax time is over, but let's set your vision now for the rest of the year. It's a perfect time to do it. Or it's spring cleaning. Let's throw away the goals that didn't happen and come together to make a digital vision board, whatever you want. Sell them other things. All right, Frida says what she learned, take action and stop waiting for things to be perfect for me or to learn more. Hi, David, welcome, welcome. Ryan said, leverage OPL, leverage other people's lists. Yes, Ryan, yes, yes. So what that means is that, you know, I have a course, I want to sell the course, I contact someone else and say, hey, I'll give you 50% of the sales if you run this to your list and let me do a webinar with your people. Great way to make money. Mark says, agreed, get a list and test products offers to the list. Yes, Marty says the list and find someone and complete the program before jumping onto the next shiny object. That is a good one. Carrie says, thank you, Alicia. I owe you my next kid. You're welcome. What do you owe me your next kid for? What did I say, Carrie? Oh, I was telling you, your bookkeepers, make them other offers. You should be making them other offers once a week. And it doesn't even have to be to your class. Like, so do the vision boarding class and sell it to them and plan it 3 weeks out. Or like if you're planning it for plan it for the last day in April or something like that, and send them emails from now, call them, send them a text message. You even have time to send them something in the mail, an invitation. Go to the dollar store, get the 6-pack of invitations that says you are invited, and invite them, but send them to your landing page to sign up and to pay you. You know, you have to teach your list, Carrie, that they have to buy other things from you. Just because they're a bookkeeping client, they have to buy other things from you and not just your bookkeeping services. The bookkeeping services are the way to get them in the door, but you know that they're all business owners. And guess what you have, Carrie, that other people don't? You have insight into their business. You know what they need. Where's your high-end coaching program? Now you go to them and say, I have an accountability coaching program where I'm going to work with you. You're going to tell me the goals in your business, and I'm going to work with you to 3x those goals in your business. Did you also know that I'm a digital marketer? So my accountability program is, I don't know, $2,000. It lasts for 3 months. We meet 15 minutes once a week. Make sure that you stay on task for your goals. And because I'm doing your books, I know if you're increasing your revenue or not, and we're going to work together until your revenue increases. I don't know. Think of something. Okay. Chris J says, curious, when you decided to go from an employee to a full-time entrepreneur, did pension come into consideration? No. Do you know what came into consideration? Freedom, freedom, freedom. I have traveled the world. I haven't asked anybody if I could take a day off. The only person I have to ask about time and scheduling is myself. Well, I say that I do have a scheduler who puts things on my calendar, but I change it all the time, except for this session. But if I don't want to do an appointment this evening, I'm calling her and telling her, move it to Friday or whatever it is. So Carrie says, my current clients. Okay. So Carrie, you're good now. Are you going to do that? Tell me what you're going to do, Carrie. Tell me what you're going to do. So the next question is, what are you most proud of? And I want you to answer this question. I'm going to answer it, but I want you to answer it in the chat box. What I am most proud of is the work that my sister and I and our team have done in developing countries. So specifically in Jamaica, in Nigeria, and in South Africa. And what we do is that we teach people how to take their skills, and we teach them new skills, and how to take those skills online and turn them into an online business. So it's been a real exciting time, and our students have made so much progress. I find that our students in Jamaica, throughout the Caribbean, and in Africa are so hungry for success that they go for it all in, less fear, more willingness, willing to lose sleep. So if I compare our students, you know, our best students in Jamaica with our best students in the US, I would say that the students in Jamaica will lose sleep for their dream, right? They will lose sleep for completing that job for a client because they need it, right? Because they need it and they're hungry for it. And so what I'm most proud of is the work that we do in these countries, and specifically Jamaica, because our dad is from Jamaica. And my dad always said that he wanted me to be an ambassador to Jamaica. He wanted me to be in the government, an ambassador to Jamaica. And, I never did that, but I would go back to him and say, Dad, I'm a different type of ambassador. I'm an ambassador to the people, and I teach them financial freedom, and I give them opportunities that they wouldn't have had otherwise. And we have thousands of people across the island, and thousands that we've never met, who just have learned from someone else that we've trained, that have, leveled up their life and improved their life because they're freelancers. Specifically, most of them are working on Fiverr. So right now we're doing a program that incorporates 13 islands in the Caribbean and not Jamaica, that is for kids and young people who have had trouble with the law or are in state custody. So they're either in the foster care system somehow, or they're in state custody, or they're like in a juvie center, but they want an opportunity to improve their life. So they had to apply. 300 applied, 100 students were accepted, and we've been running a program with them. I think that this is week 3. Carrie Ann, I want you to do a session and speak to them, by the way. So we have a session twice a week where they get all of these training courses from us. They do it as a home study, and then we bring in amazing people from the Caribbean to talk to them twice a week and to teach them something. And I'm so proud of that program. We're in our 3rd week, and we've had 3 students out of the 100 that have already started making money, even though we didn't expect them to until week 6. Like a lot of them haven't gone through the whole program yet. But these three that have made money already, they were hungry. They went for it. They said they stayed up all night watching the training. They stayed up all weekend watching the training and implementing, and they made money. And they've never made their own money before. So it's been a really great time. And Carrie said you already spoke to Ava to do it. Thank you. And so I'm really proud of that. So what are some of the things that you're really proud of? We also did a program for people who were unemployed during COVID and help them to learn how to create their own opportunities, and it went so well. Okay, Mark says, I totally achieved my fitness goals. Yes, we know. Ryan said he's so proud that he never gave up. He's still learning, growing, and striving. I know you are. Ryan, thank you, Kurt and Angela, for the praise. I love that. Mark says, I love that program. Fantastic, thanks. So that's what I'm most proud of. So the last question, and then you guys are free to think about some of these questions in your own life, and then I'll see you next Thursday. But the last question is, what would be your tip for anyone thinking of starting or growing an online business? So for someone starting an online business, it would be to pick your path. Like, pick the path that you really want to go on. And then for growing a business, after you've picked your path, look at making a plan, a marketing plan, and then really look at your numbers so that you can understand your profits. So path, plan, profits. But let's talk a little bit deeper about the plan. The path. So there are 4 paths that I teach internet marketers that they should look at. And the first path is freelancing. And freelancing is taking the skills that you currently have and turning that into an online business, a service-based business. So if your skill is, I don't know, Carrie, graphic design. If your skill is graphic design, doing graphic design services globally. And your skill can be anything: VA, bookkeeping, graphic design, voiceover, I don't know, but a service-based business. That's always the easiest business that you can start tomorrow. Let me give you an example. So Mark is great at fitness. And so Mark can put up a post on Facebook today, make a flyer on Canva, and says that he's got a 6-week fitness summer body program, and it's one-on-one coaching twice a week with him for $9.97, or if he wants to post a price or not. And he meets with you and he helps you with your fitness routine and your meal planning, and then he's your motivator as your coach. So Mark puts this on Facebook, and so many people raise their hands. How many people would raise their hands to that? Give me a 5 in the comments if you're like, yeah, Mark, I'm interested, right? And Mark can say, DM me if you're interested, and they DM him if they're interested. And let me see how many people would be interested in having a session or a coach help them reach their fitness goals, right? Fitness and health and nutrition goals. So Mark puts that out there. It's a service that he's offering, and boom, it starts to get picked up. He can also put the service on Fiverr, and people see it and it gets picked up. So that is the service-based business. Carrie Ann said, yeah, Mark, you got someone there. And Marty says, hello, Mark. So freelancing, the first one. The second one is info products. So let's use Mark as the example. He's got this fitness program, he's coaching people. Now he takes all that information and he turns it into a course. And now he's selling this course. That's the info products business. And he can sell this course on, Mark, can you give me your email address and phone number, or however you want people to contact you, so I can put it in the chat? I'm getting quite a few people saying that they're interested in you doing that for them. Okay, so the info products business. So and you can promote this on webinars, upload your course to udemy.com, like all different types that you can do, but it's info products business. The next pathway is pathway number 3 that we're on, which is affiliate marketing, promoting other people's products and services and getting paid for it. And then the last path is the e-commerce path. And that e-commerce path could be eBay, Etsy, Amazon, retail arbitrage, Shopify, GrooveCart, print on demand, or drop shipping. Like there's a lot that comes under the e-commerce umbrella. So the 4 paths that I like for people: freelancing, products, which is the info products business, affiliate marketing, and e-commerce. And when you pick your path, you then set up a marketing plan to take that business to the next level. And then when you have mastered one path, then you can move on to the next. So I have my students master freelancing and then move on to info products. And then after info products, now you're incorporating affiliate marketing, which can be incorporated into your info product as well. And then now you want to take something to the next level and you're bored and you want to do something else. Okay, let's talk about e-commerce. So they build on each other. Yes, Mark Cantor, your real email address, because I have Carol, Marty, and Carrie Ann who are interested in fitness and nutrition. And I just threw out there that you could have a program on this and coaching. So I'm talking to you. All right, let me send that out to everybody. And they can contact you directly. Hang on one second. I just sent out Mark's email in the chat. Did that go to everybody? Look in your chat, Carol. Tell me if you see it. Okay. So again, the path: freelancing, info products, affiliate marketing, e-commerce. Once you've mastered your path, you set your marketing plan in place. Once your marketing plan is set, you start paying attention to your numbers, and it's about your profits now, right? How much money can you spend and you're still making profits to advertise? So how much profits is your business making on each thing that you do, each part of the path that you've chosen? So that is what I recommend. And that the question to that, David and Carol says, you got it. Okay. The question is, what was my tip for anyone thinking of starting an online business and then growing it? So that's it for today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this session. I really enjoyed talking to you. Let me see. I have some other tips here. Finan said, path plan, avoid shiny object syndrome. Carrie Ann said, the first thing is to really grow a successful business is to hire a coach. Alicia, what coaching program do you have for this? So we have a coaching program, Carrie Ann, that I love. That's our accountability coaching program. So you meet with us once a week to go over your goals. And what happens is that when we're messaging you during the week to remind you, but when it comes to that next time to meet, you scramble the day before to get all your to-dos done. So this is why accountability coaching is so important, because you need someone to hold you accountable. This works in business coaching and fitness coaching, relationship coaching, that sort of thing. Ryan says, do not wait or think too long or try to perfect things. Just start ASAP and improve along the way. I like that. Marty said, don't be afraid to fail. Learn from your mistakes and course correct as you go. That's a really great one. Okay, thanks everybody for coming. I really appreciate you. I enjoyed spending this time with you here today. Will I see you next Thursday, same time, same place? Give me a yes in the chat box if I will see you Thursday. Yes, yes, yes. You're welcome, Carrie. Yes, Marty. Okay. Satish, David, Ryan, Angela, Mark, Sean, Demetris, Twilight, Val, Simone, Cindy, Victoria, Angela, Carol, all of you committed to coming back next Thursday. So I'm going to look for your names. I'm going to get on that list and be like, David, he's here. All right. Otherwise, I'm going to have to come after you. I don't know where you live, but I know where your email address is stored. So thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make the best of it. Bye. Bye. Yes, keep your eye on your emails. Oh, happy Easter.